know what you guys are here for. I know exactly what you guys are here for. You want to know exactly how to hold it, wait for it. This video is not sponsored by water or any affiliation with the company water. You guys are here for the best business model to get to 6 figures. And I think I might have the answer for you. So let's get straight to it. It's the real Zaki, back at it with another video. And before we get started, hello? Oh, it's the Shopify notifications. Oh, they needed to pop. Oh, guys, I think this is what you guys are looking for in Shopify, right? I think this is really what you guys want, right? This is what you guys are looking for, right? Well, let me kind of break it down for you. This is motion picture money. So if anybody gets the wrong ideas, it's motion picture money. It's junk. Essentially, it's a prop that you use for YouTube. So let me everybody that uses money in their YouTube videos is using motion picture money just because it's the smart idea and it's the only logical answer. Who carries around 100K cash everywhere they go? I know we're making money, but we're not rappers and we're not paid to live an extravagant lifestyle. So kind of break down exactly the best business that you could get started, the best business model essentially to get you to 6 figures almost by the snap of your fingers. And as you guys know, it's Q4, the most profitable time of the year. It's either closing off, it's either beginning for you. It just really comes down to you. And as you start to realize that people's spending really is through the roof. There is no limit. There's nothing stopping somebody from spending this is a non-vulgar channel, a crap ton of money, right? So once you kind of realize that, you'll be able to maximize and kind of exploit people's emotions. So if you look at it, there's 3 main business models in Shopify. I'm not talking about all the business online, but the e-commerce, right? Essentially, and this is only Shopify, this isn't counting Amazon, this is stuff that you have complete control of. And there's a consensus, Shopify is the easiest and the simplest and the most seamless platform to actually sell a product online. I'm not going to say it's the best just based on the bias, but I and a lot of people, the majority of the world, agree it is the simplest, the easiest, and the safest and the most seamless way to sell something online, right? So essentially, once you kind of realize there's 3 business models you could take on. 1, drop shipping. It's going to pop up right there, drop shipping. 2, print on demand. And 3, white labeling. So as you guys realize, in Q4 there are multiple holidays. Let me kind of name them off. October 31st, Halloween, Thanksgiving, Black Friday, Christmas, and New Year's Eve. If you look at it, over $100 billion is spent in these 5 holidays in the US alone, okay? And this isn't counting the rest of the year, this is counting only these holidays. And that is a low figure if you think about 300 million people. If they spend $10 each, if they spend $100 each, you're sitting at about 30 bill. If they spend a little more than that, you start to get the gist of where I'm coming from, that there's a lot of money going to be spent, right? And let's say Susie wants a water bottle for Christmas. What's stopping you from selling this water bottle to Aunt of Susie and getting this water bottle to her? There's nothing stopping you. And essentially that's the one biggest thing that you got to realize, that I feel as if drop shipping is definitely the best route to go, especially during the Christmas time and during the holidays, just based on the fact that it gives you the most flexibility. You're able to switch products, switch niches, add products, add niches almost instantly, especially when it comes down to technology during Black Friday, when it comes down to Thanksgiving, when it comes down to Halloween, when it comes down to Christmas time, when it comes down to New Year's. Preparing for these holidays is probably the biggest and the hardest task of everything, but the fastest way to 6 figures and definitely making a lot of money is based around drop shipping. I know I love white labeling just based on the longevity, but it definitely does take a little more time to get a product to market, just based on the fact that you have to get white label the product, get the product in bulk, get it sent over. It gets kind of tough, right? So essentially, one of the main things you want to realize and kind of get straightforward to the point with the supplier is that if there's any way that you can work out shipping times, essentially, right? Because I know a lot of you guys might be like, I knew drop shipping was this and that, but you guys might have some questions exactly how you can make it work during the holidays, right? So one of the main things right away is shipping, right? You want to work with your supplier. There are some shipping ways that essentially you can work with your supplier, especially if you know that you're going to be doing some very large quantity. And sometimes there was actually a winter that I was shipping out of my own house, my own home, and essentially one of the biggest things was it was a hustle, it was a grind, but it was worth it because I was making a shit ton of money, right? So you got to kind of realize that, and once you kind of grasp that, you're good to go and you're really willing to put in the grind, right? Because these holidays are really ridiculous. If you don't believe me, you're going to see it for yourself. You're going to see people kind of make it or break it. It's really your time and really your time to shine, right? Essentially, kind of talk to your suppliers and kind of prepare for the holidays before. Don't wake up a week before and be like, I'm going to sell something for Christmas. That's not how it works. People start their shopping in early November for Christmas, right? They start putting up their Christmas trees around Thanksgiving time, right? Black Friday starts about 2 weeks before people start looking up the deals, right? Those things are called prereqs for business. You want to kind of get your prereqs, do your research, understand your business, understand the products you're going to be selling, understand your demographic, your niche, and once you kind of get those across and along, you'll be able to really upgrade the amount of quantity you'll be able to do. And that's what I believe and truly think is the fastest way to 6 figures, and was during the time that I made my first 6 figures in a whole quarter, right? That's one of the craziest things. I made the most amount of money I've ever made in a quarter in a Q4, just based on the fact that the spending was through the roof. And if you look at kind of the economy of the United States right now, the spending of the United States has gone up. The economy, even though President Trump isn't, I don't believe anything he stands for at all, but economy-wise, the economy has been on the rise before. It does have a devastating crash, which multiple and almost all economists agree on. But essentially, the spending of the economy has increased. So once you kind of realize, hey, people are spending more money, that means you have more money to capitalize on and more space that you can start making a lot more money. So I hope that helps. I hope you guys understand that drop shipping is definitely the fastest and the easiest way that you can make your first 6 figures. So kill it. Get to it, make a killing. Let's get it. It's Zaki. I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow.